everyone has a good Monday. I know it's hard to get back in the grind of things. I'm just taking a quick break between taking the bigger kids and the younger kids. And today's collab with Beloved Collabs is going to be about date nights, which is a nice topic. So the idea is to talk about something idea-wise you can do with your spouse, significant other, husband, whatever, um, at home if you have kids on the cheap. So having a date night but not going out. Now, the first thing I'd say is that John and I have been married a fairly long time. We're working on our way to our 20th anniversary. We're 18 years married. And there are times that we have let it go on the side, but typically we try and have a date night once a week. And that's usually Saturday night. Friday night we're still tired from work, and Sunday's already back to the grind. So usually it is a Saturday night, and usually I would say 3/4 of the time we have a date night at home. 1/4 of the time we'll pick a restaurant and go out to eat. So maybe once a month we go out to eat, and we'll eat Italian or we'll eat Indian, something really nice. And we try and keep that, in budget. So usually it's like $50 to $40 range, and that's it. And we try and keep that. But typically we do have date nights at home. And we have a range of things we do, so I'm just going to kind of run through it and throw out some ideas and see if any work for you. Okay, so as you know, we have a baby. Obviously, there are times the baby isn't going to be whatevering, or you have toddlers and maybe they're not feeling well, so it's not going to be a complete perfect date night. On those kind of nights, we'll pick a movie. We'll just rent a movie on our DirecTV, and we will just watch the movie. When we had Comcast, it was even better because you could pause the movie. DirecTV, we don't have a system that lets you pause it. But yeah, we'll just put a movie on and we'll watch that, and we can have the kids running around our feet, and it's a movie we haven't been to the movie theater to see because we don't go to the movie theater except for, I would say there's some exceptions. We go to see James Bond's, we go to see Harry Potter, we go to see Disney, and yeah, so there are some exceptions, but in Star Wars, but typically we don't go to the movie theater that often. So most of the movies, luckily for us, that come out on DirecTV are new to us, so we're just waiting for them to finish at the theater and go onto DirecTV. So that's one way we do something cheap. You don't even have to have the cash right then because it just shows up on your DirecTV bill, the next month. So that's something we do. Just something. Another thing that we do that's kind of like maybe a little step up is we might get a board game. A couple months ago we got Machikoro, and that was like a build a city against each other racing, kind of like a Monopoly sort of a game. And so we got that, and that was pretty fun. So every once in a while we'll get a game, or we'll play, I don't know, Mario Kart, or we'll play Uno or something. So yeah, we still do like competitive board games or video game every once in a while against each other, just to mix it up and do something fun like that. So we'll do that for a date night. And then if we're having something like we just feel like something special or whatever, we want to do something a little nicer for date night, sometimes what we'll do is we'll wait pretty late until the kids are actually in bed asleep, and we'll do fondue night in. So we'll make the kids dinner, we'll get them bathed, we'll let them run around, and then usually the little ones are asleep by 10:30, and then we'll do a late night fondue. And for that we have a fondue pot already, and then we just have to buy the cheese and usually a wine to burn off in the cheese. And then we get baguette, and that's not too expensive. Usually it's like $1 or $2 for a baguette, like a sourdough or French baguette, and then we cut it into little pieces. What else do we put in the fondue? We put apple slices in the fondue. Usually we have apples here. If not, we'll just pick up an apple or two and cut them up. I'm trying to remember what else we put into fondue. Sometimes carrots, sometimes broccoli, sometimes a meat. Not always though. Yeah, and we'll just have like a nice, sorry, brief interruption. Hubby came back from filling the car with gas. So as I was saying, for the fondue, we put apples and we put baguette, which is my favorite. Usually I'll put like a salami or something because hubby tends to like some sort of meat to dip into it. And then grapes is another one that's really good to dip in fondue. Usually we do grapes or baby carrots or broccoli. Yeah, and so we just have like a really late romantic dinner after all the kids are in bed, and we'll, heat up the fondue pot, put it on the table. I'll put a nice new tablecloth on, and we'll put out our wine glasses, and just have a romantic dinner at home. We'll put some nice music on. So that one's a little more costly because you've got some food that you need to buy, but that is something we do, like, just to have a special date night at home. And then the last idea I have for date night, which is probably, yeah, the cheapest free one, is YouTube. John and I both love Disney so much. So one of the things we'll do on a date night is we will go ahead and put on YouTube Disney, and what we type in is Disney walkthrough tours, and you can see people walking through Disneyland or Disney World or California Adventure, and follow them through the park. And then we can also just pick particular rides, so it's kind of like being there. So we can type in Disneyland teacup ride, and we can like pick a video of people riding the teacup rides, or Disneyland, Space Mountain, and we can watch somebody through Space Mountain. And so there's several companies that do like all the rides in Disneyland, so you can watch those videos. Like one is like something 365, and they do like a lot of them, and there's a couple others that just do a lot, so you'll get to know them because you'll see them pop up frequently. So sorry if I got distracted. I saw an Amazon order pop up at the top of my screen. I ordered a book for Travis for him to read for extra credit in class, so that was my notice that it's coming today. But at any rate, we'll watch Disney, like people riding the rides, or we'll watch the professionally done ones where they don't have people riding the rides, they just are filming it for you to feel like you're on the ride. And we'll literally just pick rides like we were in the park ourselves on a date, and like, what would you like to ride? I picked Pirates, and we'll watch that. And so it's kind of fun and cheap and easy, and it's like being there, so that's something we like to do. So I hope those 4 things give you a good idea on what to do if you have little ones at home and you can't get out for a date night. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good Monday, everyone, and we will see you on the flip side tomorrow, Tuesday.